Can you see that?
Yes, we can.
Okay. For peak performance, you are in control, and there are 4 components you got to work to change. These will cascade down to your purpose. The first thing is you got to know yourself. Know yourself. And I can sit down and work out all the things you got to know yourself. I'm not going to waste that time. I want you to go figure it out. I will only give you the top hitters for you to work with. When you talk about know yourself, some of the key indicators are you start your introspection, get a notebook. Another thing, buy a dream book, buy a journal. So now you have 4 notebooks. One for note taking when you come here. Next is a journal book. Next is, what did I say? A dream book. And what's the last one? Introspection book. You're going to pour it like my diary. Everything gets thrown into it. It's like a vomit into that book. So those 4 books are collated, and over time you will see changes happen to you. That's knowing you. Manage you. You need to now understand emotions are the key indicators in all of this. How are you going to manage yourself? Make sure your EQ level is at its peak. And my easiest way to explain to you about EQ is to make sure you understand the tripod. Any table with 1 leg is unstable. Any table with 2 legs is semi-stable. A table with 3 legs is quite stable. That's why they go for tripod. Table with 4 legs sometimes takes a bit of space. So 3 is comfortable. 3 things that you need to hone in on. First and foremost, your competency. Like anything else, your competency, your emotional competency is what you've got to hone in and study and master. Write all the strengths and weaknesses in your competency level on emotions. Everything. That's why, is Deepa on this platform?
Yes, David.
You remember after the second day you asked me the question? It's the same thing I'm writing again, the weakness and strengths. I said, keep doing it, and you'll see what we're going to talk about.
Yeah.
I remember
understand.
your conversation.
Yeah.
That's the reason. Because when you dump all your negatives and you dump all your positives, you've got a bucket then to play with. So then you can measure where your competency levels are in all of those areas. Hey, guys, this doesn't come for free, you know. You've got to work at it. So learn emotional competency by doing a thorough introspection of your current positioning. Number 2, when you know that, you also need to know how sensitive are you and how sensitive is the other party. So when you're transacting, sometimes you got to be like a bull, strong. Sometimes you got to be very soft. Now, how do you find that balance? You find the balance when you mix with a lot more people. It doesn't come in any textbooks. That's why the Japanese are very, very fluent and easily hide under this adage called respect. Whatever they do, they always bow. They give respect to the other person. But when it comes to sitting on the conference table, they are as shrewd as can be. Now, you've got to learn that art. That art will only come when you start mixing with people. What type of people do we mix? You have to write this down. You have to mix with peer and above. Peer and above. I'll repeat it one more time. Peer and above. If you mix with people on the same level, it does not work. Imagine, I'll give you an illustration. You're in a 3-bedroom home. Your neighbor's a 3-bedroom home. You go to work, he goes to work. He gets a salary every month. You get a salary every month. He comes home. He has 1 car, 1 bike, 2 kids, 1 wife. You have 1 bike, 1 car, 1 wife, 2 kids. And you want to earn, you're earning 60,000, he's probably earning 60, 70,000. You want to earn 10 lakhs. You go to him and ask him, hey, Machan, show me how to make 10 lakhs. Can he do that for you? And that's what's happening to most of us. Our friendly person is the friendly person who is trying to teach you how to make 10 lakhs when he's making 60,000. And he's trying to give you all the advice. It's like me going up on the side of the road in Chennai. I got very good heart surgeons down at Hedders Road. But I go down to the side of the road and I see an auto wala and I tell the auto wala, hey, Machan, cut my chest and give me a heart surgery, yeah? Are you getting my message? Are you getting my message, please?
Yes,
Yeah.
David.
Change.
Yes, David.
Yes.
Change.
Loud and clear.
Change those modus operandi from what you're doing to something better. The people person, manage yourself, your emotional intelligence. The last component of emotional intelligence to manage is emotional maturity. What does emotional maturity mean? There's no definition I give you, but it is your way in which you behave when things are thrown at you and when things are taken away from you. Do you react or do you respond? And if you react, good. If you respond, even better. Get the message? So now, what you got to do is you've got to figure out what is it that you really want out of emotional maturity. I don't mind people just criticizing me because it's okay. I don't get distressed with it. In fact, I sometimes take all their notes and I come back and I look and say, oh, he's a fool. Okay, no problem. In my room, he's a fool. That's useless. What can he do? Oh, that's a good point. I will take that good point and I'll go master it. But I don't feel hurt because somebody told me something. I don't hold a grudge against that person. Because he's telling me based on where he is or she is. So our skin should be thick enough to bounce that back. Because every time that comes to you, which happens, mother-in-law, father-in-law, sister-in-law, brother-in-law, and then outside of that, auntie, uncle, outside of that, your work peers, outside of that, your boss. And then you wonder, how am I to handle all of this? Very simple. Are you getting my message?
Yes.
I think there were 35 people in this platform. There were 2 yeses.
Yes,
Yes,
David.
Loud and clearly.
Yes, yes.
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 The people
Yes.
person comes on the other
Yes.
side. Out of all of this, now you've got to watch. Hey, listen, the easiest thing now, I hope you're picking up what I'm saying here. The easiest thing is to filter all the rubbish and only hang around good people. So you find a circle, people on the same page. That's why communities are flourishing. I learned this from UK, from 3 of my best friends who were in UK, opened up communities and they ran it. Then I met John Grinder do it, and then I met Tony Robbins do it, and I met all the others do it. So I decided, okay, let me just run with that too. It's a safe haven. So everything that you want to know about people, person, there are a lot of self-help books out there. Please go read them. Starting with 5 love languages. I'm mistaken that I was going to share with you. Someone is taking it up. No problems. Now, from that, the next most important thing is you cannot do all of that if you are the way you are. You yesterday is already antique. You have to be changing constantly. Like AI has come in, and AI will be the next industrial revolution or the next digital revolution. How many of you are equipped for it? So your cutting edge needs to be sharpened every day. You cannot afford not to sharpen yourself every day. What are some of the things you have to do? You all know it. I'm not going to go into details. The wind down time, the wind up time, the things you do during the day, the breathing exercises, Ho'oponopono, all of that goes into this cutting edge to make you a cutting edged person. Now, when you have all of that and you now are performing at that level, guess what happens to you? You have no time. Hello, my cat just lost its toenail. Can you help me? Are you getting my message? You ain't got time for that. You're packed with stuff, yeah? And some people might think, how? She's not even caring. Yeah, I'm not even caring because I'm majoring in some different level. Not that I don't care about you. I can't afford. I cannot afford. There is a time I will put time for you, but this time I cannot afford. I need to safeguard my mind. Your self-care is so important. So when you put all of these four together, I would like you now as an exercise, homework here. Someone please, Namrata, can you please take down the homework exercises, please? Someone, what you need to do is out of these four quadrants of know you, manage you, people person, and cutting edge, I would like you now to go back home and reflect. What are some of the areas of know you that you need to work on? You need to work on to be a better know you. What are some of the areas you need to manage yourself better? Understanding the three emotional triangle factors I covered. What are the areas of people, persons that I need to work on? What are the areas of cutting edge that I need to master? If you don't know the process of wind down and wind up, silence time, surrender, all of that, go master that basics first. Don't just bullshit your way through, please. Now, that's the key element. Each of those areas, I think you can find 10 components that you got to master. And so the next 30 days, master that while we journey through. But write that down and title it Self-Performance Model Self-Assessment. Namrata, self-assessment. And submit that as the next assignment. Any questions? Any questions? Very quickly, a few minutes for questions.